my name is Ment. I'm a 22-year-old guitarist and singer in Austin, Texas, and have a huge passion for Western swing and Bakersfield Sound and the old country stuff, really from the 40s through about the mid-late 60s. What you just heard was a solo by Don Rich called My Heart Skips a Beat. This is the studio recorded version of the solo, but if you watch a lot of the Buck Owens show stuff or the Hee Haw videos of him playing this song with Buck Owens, he pretty much plays the same solo note for note. And I think it's a great solo to look at because it shows a lot of the licks and ideas that kind of make up Don Rich's sound. So what we're going to do is just break it up chorus by chorus. It's only 2 choruses long. It's nice and short. First we're going to get into just the basic progression. It's in the key of A, and it's just a 1-4-5-1 progression. So we have A is our 1, D is our 4, E is our 5, then back to A. So rhythmic wise, it's to the 4, to the 5, back to the 1. And it's going to go through that twice. Now what's cool is he basically plays out of all of these open shapes. And so that's the kind of the first point to get at. He kicks off the solo going. That's just a quick kind of, he's kind of like implying the 5 really quickly right before he gets onto the downbeat of the 1. That open E, and a kind of a quarter bend on the G, up to that A. So we got, and then he's going to go, so that's just like a really typical Don Rich rhythmic pattern. You're just bouncing between the 1 and the flat 7, the G, A and G. And that another rhythmic pattern that Don used a lot. We're just going to do that right on the C. So then we've got, so that's getting us into the D chord. So we've got, and what we're doing there is bending this D up to an E and then grabbing the G underneath it. It's kind of the same thing as going like this in your blues box right here. He's just doing it down here in the open position. So we've got, then we're just going to repeat that bend. And what I'm doing here is I kind of grab it with my 2nd and 3rd finger. So I know some guys do the pick and the 2nd finger. Either one works. Sometimes I do that too. Just whatever my fingers do in the moment there. So we've got and that would be the end of like that first chorus. So to end it, really all he's doing is just that rhythmic pattern again, and then doing D to C to finish it off. So really slowly, just chorus 1. Now we're getting to chorus 2. So this is a totally cool Don Rich idea here. We're going A, G, then E flat. Really nice bluesy. He's using that kind of flat 5, that blues sound there, to get that really just twangy low, kind of growly sound. And that's over the A. Then we do C, D, C. So So that's 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret. D chord. And we're just vamping on that idea, which is totally cool to do that over one chord. It's the same kind of thing as, but we're just doing it in D. Then we get to the E chord. We're going to do a big low E, and then this lick. I think this is a really neat one. We're doing E, and then play the octave. E, E, G, E, open G. Then we're going to push our finger down to get that A, then open B. And then do that bend again. While that's not really like highlighting an E chord per se, it's not playing right out of the shape, it's a blues lick basically, and it works. So, you know, you want to think about it like this. If we're in the key of A, whatever the 1 chord is, those blues licks on that 1 chord can work for the 5 chord too. It just depends on how you resolve it. So you've got a little quarter bend there. It's a really big staple, all those little quarter bends. And just doing that. Then same idea again. He repeats a lot, which is cool. It creates motifs and it creates something similar for the listener's ear. And then just one more of those to get right back into the verse. So that last lick over the 5 is, and then you can land on an A chord there. So altogether, the My Heart Skips a Beat solo is like this. So a couple of things, just technical things to take away from this are Don Rich, for one, had a really high action on his guitar and really thick strings. That's why he got that really low, barky, twangy sound. So if you're after that sound, I would probably recommend getting 11 gauge strings and raising your action a little bit. Where it kind of is, it has to be a little uncomfortable. You kind of have to fight it to get that sound. Another thing is, he and all that stuff really didn't use his fingers too much, except for like those double stops and the bends. He really just used his pick and played right back here on the bridge to get that sound. Another thing to make note, I've seen some people do this, but you know, always have your pickup selector on your bridge pickup. That's what gets that sound, if you're after that. I have another video up here called I've Got a Tiger by the Tail. It's his solo from the live Buck Owens show. I believe it's episode 1. And I do have a transcription for purchase through my website of that. And it shows a couple different things that are not in the My Heart Skips a Beat solo. It's got some double stop ideas and some kind of cool, kind of pedal steel-esque, like blues lick ideas, kind of that kind of sounding stuff. So that's worth a while, I think, to check out. If you want to, you can just PayPal me through my website. Tell me what you want, and I'll send it to you within 24 hours. Also, if you're interested in any kind of guitar lessons or study of this style, I do teach Skype lessons and FaceTime lessons to people all over the world, and I would love to share any of this stuff with you. Just message me through my website or my Facebook page, and I'll get back to you super, super quick. So once again, I hope you learned something from this, and I hope that the Don Rich style keeps on keeping on, and that more people like to enjoy it and play like that. Once again, thank you.